Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green, manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. I've made a significant mistake. I failed to negotiate John Green and John Green's contracts, and I didn't save any money for them. So now I've got to have an awkward conversation with John Green where I try to convince him to stay at the club without getting a raise. Here we go. As you can see, my wage budget is his current wage. I cannot give any more money than he currently makes. So, I don't know what I just agreed to, but obviously John Green is going to be a crucial member of our team. He's a 24-year-old who has an 88 overall skill level. He's the next Lionel Messi, and he plays in the second tier of English football. And I'm asking him to stay with us for 22... Is everything okay, Meredith? All right. I'm asking him to stay with us for $22,000 a week, which is good money. I mean, 3 years? Maybe? Would you stay for 3 years? You're going to smile and nod to everything until the last thing. And then you're going to be like, oh, excuse me? And I'm going to be like, yeah, no, let's do this thing. Let's not have a release clause. Okay, I think we can agree on that. Who wants a release clause for a disregard release clause? Absolutely. Okay, now that's done, I'd like to discuss his salary. John Green, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is you're going to be a wealthy individual. The bad news is that you're going to get paid 1/10 of your value. How about $22,200 a week and a signing bonus of $1 million of $1,176. I don't think he's going to like that. Because he's not going to like this because he nodded, but he nodded. Maybe he just understands that this is a fan-owned club. Oh, sweet holy Jesus. Okay. Okay. Well, I can't, I would like to agree to that. Oh God. Would you be interested in $20,000 a week with a signing bonus of, say, $1 million? Say, no money. It's $1. Would you be interested in 20? Oh God, 1,000. I'm gonna have to hit B, and I'm gonna have to hit B again, and I'm gonna have to end the negotiation. This is terrible. I'm gonna have to sell one of the John Greens. I'm gonna try to sell one of the John Greens. Oh, he's very unhappy with me, and I can't blame him. The only way forward is to sell one of the John Greens. This is terrible. I feel awful, but I've got to add you to the transfer list, and then I've got to just try to sell the other just try to hold on to one John Green. Oh no. Oh God. It's a disaster. I'm here to solve your problems, but I can't even solve my own problems. Okay, we're going to start John Green and John Green. I'm also going to try to... You know what? I need to sell some players, guys. Realistically, the only way out of this labyrinth of suffering is to sell a lot of players. So, what are we going to do? All right, don't panic, John. Panic. Do panic. You know what? I said don't panic, but I meant do panic. Let's go to the squad hub. We're gonna sell Will Grigg. He never fit in. We never liked him. He's unhappy anyway. I can't block offers. We're gonna sell Solanke. We're gonna terminate the loan. Cannot afford a loan termination fee. Great. We're gonna sell Kwesi Apaya. We're going to sell Cody McDonald. Oh, he's already on the transfer list. Ben Woodburn, we're going to terminate. Can't afford the loan termination fee. Okay, things are bad. I've leveraged the future of the club. This is exactly... We're going to sell Tommy. Goodbye, Tom. I mean, we're gonna be left with 11 players. That's the way this is going to go down. I can't sell Cuesta. He's so good. I mean... Can I sell Cuesta and get by with Will Nightingale and Charles? Maybe. Maybe I can. All right, we're gonna add him to the transfer list. I mean, I can't sell him. Raffo, Meredith, we're gonna sell Raffo. Don't be sad. He'll be happy to go. He's never liked it here. He's still only 17 years old. He complains constantly about not getting enough playing time. Which reminds me that I'm taking Raffo out of the game. It's sad because Raffo is going to be an amazing goalkeeper in like 5 years, but we don't have 5 years. We've got to sell. Everybody must go. We actually can't sell Raffo because we won't have a backup goalkeeper. So I'm not gonna sell Raffo. Oh God, this is so bad. All right, we're just gonna do our best to get through December. Just like in real life. We're playing Norwich today, and I've got a problem to solve. It's from Emily. Emily writes, I don't love my job, and I know that I don't need to. I mean, you don't need to, but it's nice if you can. But I'm surrounded by people who do love their jobs, which leads to me feeling self-conscious and having to feign interest in my colleagues' research. It's fairly exhausting. Well, I got a D on that, which is really good because I didn't try hard. So I'm feeling pretty confident going into this game. Oh God, we're going to lose our John Greens. Oh my God. We need at least one John Green in order to make it to the Premier League. I dream of a day when AFC Wimbledon are the champions of the European Cup, but it's never going to happen. We are never going to win the Champions League without at least one John Green. It's a well-known fact that AFC Wimbledon cannot go to the European. Oh, this is it. This has got to be it. Oh, it's off the post. Oh my God, he had acres of space and acres of time, and somehow he hit the post. Oh, John Green, obviously unsettled by the knowledge that his husband is on the transfer list for AFC Wimbledon, not out of wishing, but out of necessity. What's ridiculous is that our club has a huge. It has some ridiculously huge amount of profit, and the board won't give me any money. And I'm a little despondent because I don't know. It's so I don't know. It's just life. This is life. Life is full of difficult things, like your problem, Emily, which is difficult. It's not fun to not love your job. You're right that you don't have to love your job in order to have a fulfilling life. And lots of people who don't love their jobs have great lives and also do interesting and fulfilling stuff with their time, because your job is not the only thing that you do, as much as in a capitalist system we are taught that is the case. And so I think it's good that you understand that you don't need to love your job. And I understand how it can be a bummer to be surrounded by people who do love their jobs and are so enthusiastic about their. I'm imagining that you work in like biotech research or chemistry research. I'm going to imagine that you're a chemist. And that you're like, I don't love chemistry, but I'm good at it, and so I do this job because it pays pretty well, and I, understand that there's some value to it, and it's what I'm good at, and so I do it. But you're not a person who loves chemistry. You don't believe that your research can change the world, even though I think it can, because by expanding human knowledge, that's arguably the most important thing that we can do. I would argue that it isn't the most important thing that we can do, but it is a very important thing. I'm in favor of expanding human knowledge up until the point where we expand human knowledge so much that we all die. It's got to be. It's John Green one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he finishes magnificently. I mean, that is the way to respond to. Oh wow, he went bonkers. But that's the way to respond to being put on the transfer list. That's the way you say to your manager, "How did you put us in this position, John Green, Mr. Managerino?" Fantastic finish from John Green. They want me to make a substitution, but it's far too early in the game. It's only 28 minutes. Loving your job is not a requirement of being good at it, and it's not a requirement for having a good or fulfilling life. And I see how it's exhausting to be surrounded by people who love their jobs and who act like it is a requirement for having a fulfilling life, because it's such a big part of their own personal fulfillment and everything. I think. I wonder, Emily, is it possible that you can find you can see the value in your work without loving it? I remember when I worked at Booklist, I had a colleague. I've always liked working because it I don't know why. I think probably it distracts me from things that I don't want to think and feel. But I've always liked working, and I've always and I've always liked having a job, and I've always figured that I would have a job no matter what. And I remember when I was working at Booklist, I had a colleague there. And also, Booklist was an amazing place to work, because I was surrounded by books and people who loved books. And it was like just wonderful. I wasn't very good at my job, which was kind of a bummer, mostly from my bosses. But I loved it. I loved being there. I loved everything. Oh, God, there's been an injury. It's Trotter, and he's fine. He's just got a Band-Aid, guys. But we're gonna bring on Dean Parrott anyway. I really have to pee. I know that that's not super relevant to you guys, but I've reached an age where when I have to pee, I usually find out about it like very shortly before I really have to pee. No, Meredith, we're not editing it. It's all staying in. So when I worked at Booklist, I had this like job that I thought everybody who worked there must love their jobs and must love going to work. And I remember one time one of my colleagues bought like a Powerball ticket, and I was like, "Why'd you buy a Powerball ticket?" And they were like, "Because I would like to make $50 million and quit this job." And I remember thinking like, why? Why would anyone want to quit this job? Like, why would you want to, like, and I think this is really true. Like, if I had won Powerball, I would have gone back to work the next day because I liked my job. But I think one of the things I learned from that experience is that I think it is okay. And that person was incredibly good at their job, much better at their job than I was at mine. And one of the things I learned from that is that different people approach work differently and feel differently about work. Than I felt about it. Like, I've always figured that like that money is one of the nice things that come from work, but not the only one, and not the only thing that I value that comes from work. If your colleagues kind of don't get that, and it sounds like they don't, it sounds like that's just not their worldview, and so they maybe find you a little like baffling. You're not. I don't think that it's going to be good for your like career or your life to like try to get them to get it. Ooh, great defending. That's all I can say. I think that was Desi Oshalaja, and that was really good defending. And I'm super proud. Oh boy, pass it. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Hodor, with a fantastic holding of the door. I think all you can really do, because I don't think that it's going to be your job to like explain to your colleagues that not everybody loves work and that like that's not how work is for everybody. I wonder if you can find value in your work and find value in your colleagues' work enough to care about it without confusing it for it being the point of life. That was a really poor finish by Frankenstein, but a good setup, so I'm proud of that. I wonder if you can find a way to be proud of your job. We're going to bring on, it's a controversial decision, but we're going to bring on Will Grigg and Solanke because they may be the future of this club. Oh God, I didn't even get paid. Oh, I'm concerned. So I wonder if there's a way that you can, take enough of an interest in your colleagues' work to find value in it without making your life about your work. So, for instance, if your colleague is doing something with covalent bonds, I've scored a goal. It's a most unexpected turn of events. I've taken John Green and John Green out of the game, and I've scored a goal, and I've done a rugby celebration because it's one of the only celebrations that my fingers know how to do. And it's Dominic Solanke. Of all people, it's Solanke, the substitute, the gloved wonder. Why do you wear short sleeves and gloves? Where is a situation where you need short sleeves and gloves at the same time? Nobody knows, but Solanke scores a fantastic goal, and he's in the goals. I think that might be his first goal as a Wimbly Wombly. He's on loan from Liverpool. I've made a horrible mistake by signing him. I don't have enough money. I can't afford the loan termination fee, but at least he scored a critical goal in this massively important game against Norwich. I'm trying to pretend that this is an important game, but it's not. At least he scored in this game against Norwich, which God knows Will Grigg has never done. Please let me sell Will Grigg game. That's the other thing about the game. They don't let you transfer certain people, but I'm ready. It didn't work out. Like, why do I have to spend a year with somebody before I can say I don't want you to be on my team anymore? It's Will Grigg. Oh, it's saved well. Saved well by the keeper. Will Grigg went for the kind of bad angle goal, which worked a lot in FIFA 16, FIFA 17. Doesn't work as much here. And pass the ball. Oh my flippin' peck, Dean Parrott. Jeez Louises. Unnecessary slide tackle there from Oshalaja. I think you got to like your job enough to be able to enjoy the 8 hours a day. Oh my God, what a save from Hodor. Holy smokes. I mean, he just made a really good case for himself being, look at this. Look at him get down. Really good case for him being the starting goalkeeper over 17-year-old crybaby Raffo. Why am I so mean to Raffo? I don't know. I feel like I got to toughen him up, but I don't believe in that. So I can't explain my behavior. You know, it's just a feeling I have. I just want him to be a little more mature. And I don't know how to get that. And maybe what's really happening is that I'm frustrated with myself for not being a better coach, and I'm taking that out on Raffo. That's so often the case. You think it's about somebody else, but it's really about you. And Emily, I don't want to be rough on you here because you seem like a nice person and you watch my videos, which none of your colleagues do. So I don't want to be rough on you, but I want you to consider the possibility that part of what you find exhausting about listening to your colleagues talk about their passion is a little bit of frustration about not having that passion in your own life. And maybe, oh God, I've given up a goal. It's offside. It's offside. It's offside. It's onside. It's onside. Is it? Boy, that's a good finish. It appears to have been onside because the goal has been given. And now what I have to do is I have to win this game. And to win this game, I've got to just pass the ball around. And so whether you find that passion in your professional life, oh God, I've given the ball up, or you find it somewhere else, you know, maybe you find it in fandom, maybe you find it in writing, maybe you find it in, who knows where you find it. But wherever you find, oh God, what happened? Is the game over? Oh no, they've called it back for a foul. And now Cuesta is going to smartly pass back. That's good. We're just going to kill some time. I think finding that passion will help you appreciate and enjoy when other people share their passion with you, even if it isn't your passion. That's a phenomenon. This has got to be it. It's Will Grigg's opening goal. Oh, Will Grigg, get there! Oh my God, he can't score to save his actual life. But it looks like the Wimbly Womblys are nonetheless going to emerge 2-1 victors in what is the beginning of likely the most difficult month in our club's, not our club's history, but certainly our club's history in FIFA 18. Things are going to be dark here. I don't know how we're going to get out of this mess. I don't know how we're going to hold on to one John Green, let alone two, but we're going to work on it together. Emily, I wish you all the best. Thank you all for watching. Best wishes.